So we are talking about how this really happened to me yesterday. This really happened. $900 day. $900 day while I was at my job, and at that job I was only earning probably $145. So I'm Dr. Shelley, and I found this amazing way to earn money last year. And I can show you how to start this as well. But last year, I was really only looking to earn extra income. I was only looking to earn extra income. I didn't want to do another business. I mean, I knew I probably would have to do something to earn extra income, but I wanted it to be easy. I wanted it to take little time. I wanted it to be round the clock income that was coming in, that recurring income, that passive income. But I didn't really have any idea of where it was going to come from. It because in my mind, thanks for coming in, all I could think of was other ways that I could work trading time for money. And we know that trading time for money isn't the best way to build your money in your account, because it takes you so much time to work. And then by the end of the week, you're exhausted because you've used up all your energy and time working to create a little bit of income. So I was looking for something that I could create a lot of income in less time. So I'm suggesting that might be what you might be looking for too. But if you're just looking because you're struggling and you're stressed and you're just getting by, then this might be for you too, because this is how I was last year. I was struggling, I was stressed, I was just getting by, and I didn't want to live that way any longer. And so luckily I was able to see a friend of mine doing something, and I had the wherewithal after watching her for 5 months to ask her what was she doing. So thanks for coming in, you guys. Put where you're coming in from in the chat. I am in Arizona, where it's so hot we just don't go outside right now. It's like I woke up and it was 82, and 82 in Arizona is pretty intense. So put where you're coming in from. Is this with Digital Growth Community? Yes, it is. It is with Digital Growth Community. I joined them last November, and it's been really great. Brando, are you part of the DGC? Good to see you here. So click and follow me. I am sporadic about going live, but I usually do go live every day. It just depends on my job. So put where you're coming in from, guys. The state you're in, the country you're in. What's your weather like today? Love to get to know you. Love to chat with you. So he was commenting, is this DGC? Yes, we're part of a community called Digital Growth Community. Not yet. We'll be signing up under Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy's great. I love Jimmy. He's awesome. I don't know him. I just know him actually from his TikToks and seeing him in the community. But what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for to get started? I think Jimmy probably offers installment plans as well. I offer installment plans to get started. Last year I was just looking for extra income, and I had no idea what digital marketing was. And my friend, similar to you, I mean, you might have seen Jimmy on TikTok. I wasn't really on TikTok that much, and I wasn't searching for extra income on TikTok. So I don't think I would have ever found anyone like myself on TikTok, but that's okay. I had a friend through my coaching business that I had with Bob Proctor, that was also another coach with Bob Proctor, that was doing something different. And I wanted to, oh, that's okay. You can be here if you want to, Brando. It's always good to learn more. And if you were denied for that, that's okay too. Just take the steps up, and people here will understand what that is when we get into it a little bit more. But you just take one step at a time. Do the 100, do the 300, move yourself up. And we have had many people do that. So you just go where, get in where you can as soon as you can. That's what I'd say to do. So where are you coming in from, guys? Where are you coming in from? This is a live. This is a live. And in the lives, I answer your questions. When you're going through the TikTok channel, when you're looking at me on TikTok, you're looking at videos. And so in the lives, we want to have questions. We want to have, want to help you out understanding this. So thanks for coming in. Click and follow. We have wealthbuildermastery.com up here where you can go and get more information. Oh, you're in Arkansas. That's where he's from too. So maybe you know him personally. I'm not sure. So where else are you coming in from? Where else are you coming in from on this Saturday, this beautiful Saturday? So because of this business, I was able to go from 5 days a week at my JOB to 4 days a week, which is lovely. And today I'm not at my JOB. Yesterday at my JOB, however, I was working kind of a short day and 900 came in. 900 came in while I was at my JOB. My JOB, I probably only earned 145. So what do you think is better? What do you think is better? Now, I don't necessarily get 900 a day, but that's the goal. That's the goal. Do you know that it doesn't sound like that much, 900 a day, but it's 328,000 a year. Would that make a difference for you? Imagine how that would change your life. I've been since end of October last year. So, and my friend, I was getting into that, how my friend introduced me to this. Well, I watched her grow her income for like 5 months before I said anything to her about what the heck are you doing? I need extra income. So I was in pain. I was in stress. I was, struggling, and I was watching her, and I didn't say anything. How many times do we do that? How many times do we know that somebody can help us, but we don't ask them for help? I think that's in our minds. That's in our, what we call our conditioning or programming, to not ask successful people for help. Oh, absolutely. I've had financial success. I doubled my investment in the first 2 weeks. Then I got sick for about 3 weeks. Or not 3 weeks, 3 months actually. So I was doing a lot of background work. When I reemerged in February, then I've done 13,000 since then. So I'm not one of the highest earners in the community, but it's helped me out tremendously. I've been able to invest in new windows for my condo. I've been able to, just relax about MONEY. That's been the biggest thing. Just relax. That's okay, Brando. You're okay. You're going to get people on a roll to ask questions, because that's what we're here for, is for you to ask questions. So, but I just ask you to look at, why haven't you started yet? What is stopping you? So, are you going to wait the 5 months that I waited before I started? I also had to start an installment plan, and I had earned double my income back before I even PAID'd the whole amount off for my investment. So it's been really great. So back a little bit about me, because you don't know me probably. So I have had a lot of education in my life. I have a degree in textiles and clothing. I did massage therapy for a long time. Then I became a chiropractor. I was a chiropractor for over 20 years. Then I left that to become a coach. I studied with Bob Proctor, one of the top mindset doctors, mindset mentors in the world. I studied with him for 5 years until he passed away a couple years ago. That was one of the best experiences of my life. In fact, I talk about him every single day. I mention his name every single day. I use the materials I learned from him every single day, because I use it also to help you. I use it also to help the people that I'm bringing into this business, because you know what? Mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. If you don't change your mindset, you will stay exactly where you are right now. So you have to change your thinking. You have to change the environment that you are in order to have something new, in order to create more income. So I use the tools from Bob Proctor every single day. And so that's, I guess, an advantage of working with me, is that you get, those tools from me, because they just come out. I studied with him for so many years. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it. Make sure to click and follow. This is where you get more information if you are not able to stay in with the live today. Wealthbuildermastery.com. Wealth Builder Mastery. So think about that. What does that mean? Thanks for the follow, Angela. Building wealth. Like, I'm helping you build wealth, not just M-O-N-E-Y, not just extra M-O-N-E-Y. I'm helping you to build wealth and become masterful at it. And then what we do is we actually learn to become masterful at marketing ourselves online, at marketing ourselves in the social media platforms. There is so much to tell you today. I feel like I'm going around in circles, but if you ask me a question, then that will get me going around in circles more probably, because that tends to distract. But I want you to ask your questions, so make sure you do that. So I was talking about where I came from. So I started coaching 8 years ago but let me tell you, 8 years ago, I was sitting looking out the window one day and I was contemplating my life. Have you ever done that? I was sitting looking out the window, I was contemplating my life, and I probably was feeling fairly low. And I was thinking to myself, I am capable. Look at all this education I have. I am capable of doing and being more. I could feel it inside of my body. I could feel that there was more I could do, but I didn't know how to release it. I didn't know how to let myself go to that next level. And so that's really when I think I brought Bob Proctor into my life, because I ended up meeting him a couple times at a personal development class I took. And then a friend of mine, you can see I follow my friends. A friend of mine started coaching with him, and I followed her, and I was like, I want what she has. So I follow my friends. I follow my people that I know, like, and trust into things, which has always worked out for me. And I also follow my heart. So I started coaching with Bob Proctor, and that's how that happened. And then I realized that I not only liked coaching his material, but I had material inside of me to help women with their confidence, with their self-image and their style, because I have a background in style. So I started a coaching program around confidence, self-image, and style. And then after being in the coaching business for a while, that goes up and down. So last year I found myself in that rut of stressed, struggling, and trying to just get by. And I knew I was in the rut. I knew I was there, but I got stuck there. And this is what happens sometimes, you guys. None of us are perfect. We're human beings. We're all conditioned at an early age to think a certain way. And sometimes when events from the outside world happen, we are immediately kicked into those old patterns of struggle, of stress, of getting by, of lack of limitation. And so, if it wasn't for the environment that I put myself in and the knowledge that I have, maybe I would have stayed stuck in that for the rest of my life. But I was able to get out because of my friend, because of the people I surround myself with. So given my own devices, I don't know where I'd be. I went to my class reunion last year, and man, that's an eye-opener, because for one thing, I feel about 10, 15 years younger than most of those people, because, sorry if anyone's on here, but because I keep myself growing, I keep myself engaged, I keep myself moving, I keep myself around younger people. In fact, I don't even like to be around people my age necessarily, because I find that they're all thinking old, and I'm not an old thinker. So who's here? Where are you coming in from? Let me know where you're coming in from. I'm from Arizona, where we just stay inside this time of year. It's sort of like when I was in Minnesota and you just stayed inside in the winter. We stayed inside here, but we can still wear t-shirts and shorts. And then we can go from AC to AC to AC to AC. Even my cats were like, I don't want to go outside today. It's too hot. So love to have you comment. Love to have you let me know where you're coming in from. If you're not able to stay, go to wealthbuildermastery.com. That's going to give you all the information about what I'm talking about. Let's get into it, though, because I was talking about how I earned 900 yesterday and how you can earn 900 too. And, thanks for the follow, Michael. Appreciate it. Click and follow me. That's how you find out when I'm going live. I will be going live tomorrow morning earlier, because I got to go to the job. But I will go live tomorrow morning earlier for you. And I go live every day. It's just not the same time every day, because I have the job that I'm working my way out of still. So let me share with you about how did I get this 900. So this is my handy dandy little chart. Wealthbuildermastery.com is where you go. Thanks for the hearts. Where you go to find out more information. So look at this. This is 900. So Let me explain to you how this happened. So when, well, going back, I would say when I started last October, I don't think he's still here. We only had a $600 program. So that's where I came in at. In April of this year, we added this $900 program. It's called the Legacy Builder Program. It is a program. It's not a course. It's not a product. It's a program. It's a program where you have live training with my mentor every single week, a couple live trainings. We have 3 to 4 to 5 trainings live in our community about various different topics, not to mention just the learning that we have in there. So 900 is what I upgraded to in April because that's when it was available to upgrade. So $900 products. So now what I have is I have all 4 products. So when you go, so this is how it happened yesterday. When you go to Wealth Builder Mastery, so someone got into my, what we call funnel, or my automations, my emails. I think she came in maybe 3 weeks ago. And then she's been getting emails. She didn't say anything to me. I happen to know her, but I don't know everyone that comes in. She didn't say anything. She didn't ask any questions. She was just in the email automation. I didn't even know she was going to be on the webinar yesterday. Yesterday, she went to the webinar. And after the webinar, she started messaging me questions. I was like, oh, were you on the webinar? That's cool. So she had some questions, but she pretty much got in quickly. Now, I know her from personal development, and one of the things we learn in personal development is that when you know something's right for you, you take action immediately. The wealthy take action immediately when they know it's right for them. They don't hem and haw, they don't procrastinate, they just take action. If you can become a quick action taker, it's going to help you to become wealthier. Because you know what the wealthy people know? They know who they are, number one, they know what they want, and they know where they're going. So if you start to know who you are, what you want, and where you're going, then you will be able to make decisions quickly and easily. Now, I was a procrastinator. I didn't make decisions. I couldn't even make decisions on my own. I always had to ask somebody else to make decisions. So my person yesterday, she got in. She got in right after our webinar. And that webinar is provided by my mentor. All I do is send out emails to people that are already on my list and let them know when it's happening. And everything is provided. So this is like a done for you business. It's beginner friendly. When you get in at the 900, you're able to resell. You have the master resell rights of all of the programs. You pay an extra $29 just for an admin fee to be in our community, which is $22,000. It's grown 21,000 since last year. It's super fast growing. You pay $29. You get a free website. You get the website, you get the funnel system, you get the first 13 emails that go in your funnel system. Everything is set up for you. It guides you step by step on how to set it up. If you don't want to do it yourself, you can pay an extra $150 to our tech team and they'll do it for you. You guys, all you need from that is a domain name and an email that goes with that domain name. So my domain name is wealthbuildermastery.com. And then I have info at wealthbuildermastery.com. That's all extra you need for less than $1,000. A little more if you pay for them to do your website, at the $150 to do your website. You're up and going. You guys, you could get in today and be selling tomorrow. Be selling these programs tomorrow. As soon as you got everything hooked up, you're good to go. You can be promoting and selling. You can be bringing that 900 in yourself. And let me tell you, I have sold things before. I have sold coaching programs before. If you're a salesperson, put sales in the chat so I know you're a salesperson. But in my experience in selling coaching programs, anything that's less than $1,000 is easier for people to put their mind around. Like people are willing to say, and this was me when I invested 600 last year, I was like, well, if nothing happens, if I only get my money back, then it's okay. So I have invested so much in my coaching business and learning how to have a successful coaching business that this was like a no-brainer once I got my head wrapped around what it was. So if you don't know what digital marketing is, let's go a little bit into that, because I didn't know the power of digital marketing. I didn't know that it's one of the biggest, fastest growing businesses around. And it's all kind of because of COVID. Let me hold this up for the YouTubers so they can see, what we're talking about. Okay. So because of COVID in 2019, digital marketing was a $950 million a year business. In 2023, it was $1 billion a day. Do you think that's a big, fast growing business because of COVID? Now, this year, I haven't really heard the stats, but it's more than $1 billion. It's more than $1 billion. And it's going to be like 3 billion next year a day, and then move to $1 trillion. And you know why this is? Because of COVID. Everybody wants to be at home. Everyone wants to work from home. Everyone loved being at home, watching videos, having their own time, not having to go to a job, to be able to be around their family more. So because of COVID, digital marketing grew. Now, it probably would have grown anyway, but maybe not as fast. So people were trying to figure out, how can I earn income online? How can I get that extra income? Because they needed to. They didn't know what their life was going to look like after COVID. So because we have that COVID to thank for the growth of digital marketing. So don't you want your piece of the pie? Don't you want some of that to come into your pocketbook? I certainly do. So I didn't know what digital marketing was. I just needed extra income. And I wanted it to be easy. I didn't want to spend all my time working. I wanted to start building that retired lifestyle. I wanted to start package from Amazon. So let's think about Amazon, you guys. I just got a package. So how many of you order packages from Amazon? Do you get an Amazon package today? Would you have bought that same thing if you had to call somebody up on the phone and order it on the phone? Would you have bought it? Would you have bought it so easily? I'm trying to think of what that was. Oh, I know. It was my stevia. I order the stevia all the time from Amazon because it's cheaper. And I get it a lot. So I don't think you would have called somebody. So for the convenience of just ordering online, you order from Amazon. That's what this business is. It's convenient. It's easy for people to buy a product, to be able to resell a product. So I didn't mention this. When you get this $900 product, you get the master resale rights of that product. What is a master resale rights? It means it gives you the ability to resell the product, and all the people that get that product from you have also the master resale right of that product. They don't have the right to change the price. They don't have the right to change anything on the program or steal anything from the program. They just have the master resale rights to resell it. If you think about your phone, well, I'm using my phone. Let's imagine this is my phone. If you think about your phone, I have an iPhone. I get it from Apple, but a lot of people get it from Verizon or T-Mobile or all the other places that sell iPhones. So those places get the rights to sell the iPhone, but they're not, so that's kind of similar. They can't change the phone. They just have the rights to sell the phone. Does that make sense, you guys? I don't think I explained that very well. But there's a lot of things like that people have the rights to resell things. So where are you coming in from? I think we have a new crowd. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Sorry. Woo. Change the energy up. Okay. So I'm trying to explain this to you because you know what? Here's the deal. I don't think you want to do digital marketing. I don't think you probably want to talk on TikTok like I'm talking on TikTok. I don't think you want to show your face. I think that you just want to earn extra income. And so sometimes you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done and change your situation. You have to go out of your comfort zone. Who here feels like they're in a comfort zone? Put CF for comfort zone. We all get there. We like to be comfortable. But to change things, to get something new, you have to go outside of your comfort zone. So here I went outside of my comfort zone. I took a risk. Got on the installment plan with my friend. And luckily, within 2 weeks, I had 2 customers. So I doubled my investment right away. And it was pretty exciting. And so yesterday, I kind of went to the next level of getting that. Well, and this has happened before. Actually, this happened a few months ago where I was like at my JOB and 2 sales came in, 1,200 came in. That happened a couple times at my JOB on a Saturday, not working today, but isn't that amazing? So the reason that happens, that like people, you often see people that they wake up and they have MONEY in their account, or they are somewhere else and they have MONEY in their account. And that's because we have this automation. We have this funnel system. People make their decision to purchase when we're doing something else. So that's another things I love about this business is you don't have to reach out to people. You don't have to DM people. You don't have to risk rejection, because people will either stay with you or they'll unsubscribe if they don't want it. People here, they scroll on. If they don't want it, it's okay. If you want what I have, then you'll stay in and you'll learn and you'll ask questions. But it's a rejection-free business. And it's done for you business. And it happens all the time. In fact, my friend, I said to her, I was feeling a little low the day before the sale came in. And she's like, that's what I love about our automated funnel. It comes in when you know it or not. And that's one thing you have to remember, is that people are watching what you're doing. People are looking at my TikTok. My TikTok channel, it's like real estate. It never goes away. I see that people are watching TikToks I did 3 months ago. That is still working for me. To this day, all of my TikToks are working for me every single day as people watch and they get interested in them. And then they register for the automations and they come in the automations and they get more information. They get video from my mentor. Digital marketing is not something that's easy. It's easy to explain, but I think because we don't have a place for it in our brain, it can be harder to understand sometimes. And when I don't understand something as a highly educated person, I get skeptical. I think it's a scam. If you're having those thoughts, I had those thoughts. And many people that are in our community had those thoughts. But we were willing to take a risk because we started to know, well, we either knew the person that introduced it to us, we trusted them, and we liked them, and we wanted the results that they had. So at some point, there is a level of like jumping over the edge, jumping off the cliff in order to get what you want. And so what Bob Proctor used to say, that the more you do it, the more comfortable you get being on the edge. Because if you're not continually growing, you're going to stay in the same place and you're going to get the same right results. So you're going to have to move yourself. Thank you for following Daily Cash Freedom. You're probably in my business as well. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the hearts. Thank you for all the hearts. When you do the hearts, you let other people know we're here talking, we're chatting. So I had that happen to me yesterday, $900 while I was working my JOB. It was kind of really fun. Luckily, I'm able to text on my phone. Nobody from my work is here right now. I don't think so. That's what I also like about this TikTok channel. I don't have friends on here. I don't have anyone. There's a few people that I know on my TikTok channel, but hardly anybody. And so you can set up a TikTok channel if you're afraid to let other people know what you're doing. It can be private. So anyway, at my JOB, I can be on my phone, I can text. And so this person was asking me questions about signing up, and I was answering her while I'm at my JOB. I'm only earning $145 at my JOB yesterday. Of course, I'd be answering somebody who's going to sign up with $900 for me to get yesterday. It was a relief it was a relief because I just got off disability from my job. I had a foot issue, and I was off for 3 weeks. And yesterday, okay, listen to this. At my work, because I wasn't working a lot, so I got checks from my work. I got one disability check for like $245. $245. So listen to this. I got a disability check, $245. I got a check for, I think it was $110 for a few days I worked when I came back from disability. And then I got 145. What is that? 145, 110. That's 100. That's 255 plus 245. That's still less than what I earned from my side gig, $900. I got 3 forms of payment from my work yesterday, and I made more in my side gig. Like, you guys, this is crazy. It's crazy easy. I don't know. If you don't want to go live, like I'm going live right now, we do have faceless options, but I have to just tell you, faceless options are going to be a slower thing for you. And what happens to you is that as soon as I got that 900, I could not wait to get in the car and talk about it because I was excited. And when you start earning more income in your side gig than you're earning in your job, you're going to get excited and you're going to want to share and tell people about it because you can help people. You guys, never in my wildest dreams did I think that I, Dr. Shelley, would help people with their finances because I always was in lack, limitation, struggle, getting by. Even though I had good careers, I had all of that stuff going, I was still in the mindset of lack and limitation. I was still I would get into the month to month. I would get in the struggle. I would spend too much. How many credit cards do I have that I would spend too much? I would overspend. So these are habits that we get into. And I forgot my point about that. My eyes seem to be watering today. So anyway, I forgot my point. Let me know where I was talking about. So it's cool. It's very cool to be able to have this flexibility, to be able to have this freedom that's beginning to happen for me. The more, I know, I was going to say, you will want to share with people. I didn't think in my wildest dreams I would help people earn extra income, but it is the most gratifying thing that I do. Like my person that I know that signed up yesterday, I am so excited to see her win. I am so excited to see her succeed. I have several people that I kind of know doing this business, kind of in my 5th circle of friends that are like, they're just out there. And so that's what also I love about this business, because it truly is an attraction marketing business. It's I'm not going out there. I don't ever go recommend this for people. I don't ever go after people for a sale. They're all attracted to me in one form or another. They're either attracted in the TikTok here, they're attracted in other social media channels that I'm on, that I'm posting on. They're attracted to it and they ask me for information. You don't have to force yourself on anyone. So the more success you have in this business, the more you're going to want to share. That was my point. The more you're going to not care what other people think about you. And because I have learned how to be confident on camera, I'm actually starting some training about that. So if you're interested in that, you can send me a message about that, or better than send me a message here, sign up at wealthbuildermastery.com and send me an email that you're interested in how to be confident on camera. And I'll let you into the program that I'm starting around that. The first part of the program is free. And then eventually I'm developing a paid for, at a low cost program of how to be confident on camera, because I have learned how to do it. And I'll give you a secret. It has to do with self-love. It has to do with loving yourself, because when you're on camera, you're talking to yourself. I mean, I see you guys here, but I'm talking to myself. I'm looking at my own eyes. And if I don't love myself, it's going to be hard you're going to want to avoid looking in your own eyes. So, so I'm super excited to do that confidence on camera class as well. If you're interested in that, email me that you're interested. Just go to Wealth Builder Mastery. When you get that, just email at info@wealthbuildermastery.com. And I'd love to put you in the group for that. So what else? I'm going to stop my YouTube share right now because I want to show, I want to share with you